Hi everybody, welcome back to another in my countdown to Atomfall videos, and in this one we're going to be playing a little bit of Sniper Elite Resistance, which is the latest game from Rebellion, the publishers and developers behind the new Atomfall game, which comes out on March 27th, which I'm very excited about, and hopefully it is received a little bit better than Sniper Elite Resistance, which came out to kind of mixed reviews. And I think a big reason for that is that lots of people kind of suspect that it's really but it's really DLC for Sniper Elite 5 made by a different studio. So it's not actually made by Rebellion, I don't think, this although they're using the engine and obviously all the developer tools that Rebellion have. A third party studio has put this together. And because it's using many of the assets and the locations of Sniper Elite 5 and the same game mechanics, as far as I can tell, I don't think it introduces anything new at all. People are saying, well, is this really a full new game? And to be honest, I think the answer to that is no, it isn't. And I think if it had just been released as DLC for Sniper Elite 5, people would have probably been very happy indeed. But as it is, for full price, it's kind of now a good thing though is that, in fact, should we take this sniper out? A good thing is that it's available on Xbox Game Pass, just like Atomfall will be when it comes out. So if you've got Xbox Game Pass for console or PC, or if you've got Ultimate, so you've got both of them, you'll be able to enjoy this game. Now, I say for free, but in inverted commas, because obviously you're paying for it that way. They're going to be a bit suspicious now, so we need to be careful. Now, my views about this have kind of changed a little bit after playing quite a few hours of it, and the fact that I kind of now, I think it's really good, because the Sniper Elite 5 that it's based on is really good. Sniper Elite 5, in my opinion, was and is the best game in the series, because it challenged. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all. What stuff have I got? We've got one telemine that we can put down. If I remember how to do this, how do I select that? Yeah, Sniper Elite 5, in my opinion, was really good, because they solved one of the big problems that Sniper Elite has, which is operating in small, confined areas, like in buildings, in towns and villages and things like that, where the problem used to be that if you had to go around a corner, you just couldn't tell what would be around there. Even in third person, you could have a peek. And that would lead to sort of these moments where you would kind of get caught by the enemies. And on the harder levels, you die really quickly. But it kind of wouldn't really be your fault. Where in the real world, he says with inverted commas, you would probably hear the enemies and you would know someone's there. So what we now have in Sniper Elite 5 and Sniper Elite Resistance is, if we press and hold our right stick, we get this kind of, it's an X-ray vision. Now, I know people have criticised this as well. I said, well, you can have X-ray vision in a Sniper Elite game, but it only works on close enemies and only when you're moving slowly. As soon as you start moving fast, or they start firing at you, you lose this ability. And I think it's actually pretty good, because it enables your character to kind of simulate the fact that they're listening out for what's around them. Let's get these guys tagged. And I think it really adds a lot to the game and allows you to stay stealthily a lot longer. When previously, you would have been caught out, you'd have found yourself in a gunfight, and you would have ended up having to sort of go loud before you really wanted to. And if you're playing Sniper Elite on the harder difficulty levels, where it really does become a different game, it could be very frustrating. And I think that's another thing to remember about the Sniper Elite games, is the fact that on the harder difficulty levels, they are very different. I'm playing it on, I guess you'd call it the medium level here. Let's just see what this guy does. I'm kind of hidden in this grass, but if he gets too close, he will see me. So it's not that difficult. And if you play it on the easier level, you know, it really is like an arcade shooter. But when you start playing it on the hard levels where you don't have aim assist and you don't have the... There we go, let's pick this guy up. Let's go into the grass. And you don't have things like the clouds around characters. Right, let's search him now. It becomes like a sniper simulator in those sorts of cases, and that is very, very interesting, very, very cool indeed. So, if I was to kind of advise you about, you know, should you buy? Oh, look at that over there. Sniper Elite Resistance. You know, if you don't have it on Game Pass, I'd say play Sniper Elite 5 first, because I think Sniper Elite 5 has some really beautiful locations, really iconic ones, and the story is pretty good as well. And if you enjoy Sniper Elite 5, then I would say, you know, then the next step really is, you know, if you think, right, I want more of this, I've played the DLC, I've played the game, and I want to play more, then I would say, you know, dive into Sniper Elite Resistance, because the gameplay mechanics and what you end up doing, you know, creeping around with the stealth and then it goes loud and doing stuff like that, you know, is as good as Sniper Elite 5. And you can see the care and the beauty that goes into these massive levels. They really are very, very special indeed, if you ask me. And it's just a little bit odd that they chose to... Let's pick up this guy. It's just a little bit odd that they chose to kind of release this when they did, and release it as a full game. And not DLC for Sniper Elite 5. Now, you are playing as this guy, I think he's called Harry Hawker. So he's been an NPC in previous Sniper Elite games, but in this one, he's the main character. And you're in France, and you're kind of carrying on from Sniper Elite 5, so you're working with the Resistance, finding out about these, you know, this different super weapon. There's always a super weapon in the Sniper Elite games. And we've got to do these investigations. So if we have a look at the map, that's us there. So we've got to investigate this safe house, maybe kill someone there, go and have a look in the hotel, and then we've got to go to the railway yard as well, and also deal with other things that are happening along the way. And there could be all sorts of stuff that happens, and you get yourself into trouble. And the way it kind of works is you need to go quiet, but if you go loud, the guards will come looking for you. And if they do spot you, what you then need to do is change your position, so that you don't get caught in one place. There's still lots of work to do, I think, with the Sniper Elite engine for things like hanging off edges, getting to places where you think you should be able to get. Like, I should be able to hop over this wall here, you know, but I can't. I've got to go round, which is a bit of a pain. But overall, once you get into the flow of Sniper Elite games, especially Sniper Elite 5 and Sniper Elite Resistance, they are an awful lot of fun. Anyway, the point of this video as well is to get the hype train going helping a little bit with the hype train going for Atomfall, which come out on March the 27th. So it's the 9th as I'm recording this video. So it's about 3 weeks away, which is unusual for Rebellion in the fact that it is a open world game, and it's first person. Oh, see, I can't jump over this fence, and there's a vehicle coming, so they're going to see me. Let's get out of here.
Better get out of here.
We are going to be in trouble now. Too many people have found out where we are. They've set the alarm off.
Bridge is crawling. Too many eyes, too many lights. Stay sharp, Walker.
We need to make sure we move now.
For this much security.
Oh, not down there. Can we go up here? Okay. let's wait here for a little bit while things calm down. So Atomfall is going to be set in the 1950s in the northwest of the UK, near the Windscale nuclear plant, which had an accident in the 50s as well. It had a fire. But in Atomfall, this area has been cordoned off from the rest of the country, creating this zone familiar to Stalker fans. And the idea is that you wake up with no recollection of who you are, but you have to make your way through this zone, talking to the various factions like the army and the rebellious groups and some rather strange people who are living in the woods and the local villagers, and find out what's happened to make your escape. And it looks really cool. Initial gameplay is promising that I've seen. It looks very Rebellion, looks very Sniper Elite-ish, but again, it looks really good. And if you're on Game Pass, you'll have access to it on day one. And if you've got Game Pass for PC, on PC or Ultimate, you have access for both. So it's something I'm really, really looking forward to. And I hope that it is a... oh, is that a poster? We can do something with that poster, I think. Okay, they should calm down in a little bit. Yeah, and the changeover to the first-person perspective, I think, is very, very exciting. And I can't wait to see what Rebellion have done with it, because again, you could argue that with Resistance, they're kind of doing the same thing that they've done for a long time. But with Atomfall, it's going to be something very different indeed. Oh no, we are in trouble now. We really need to try and move. People are firing us from all over the place. We're going to die unless we're careful.
No time to waste, Harry. Need to move.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Station's looking busy. Here I was thinking the Nazis always ran the trains on time. Need to slap a bandage on this. Stop the bleeding. I'm not seeing anything else.
Are they in there? Oh, there's that guy there. So there we have some classic Sniper Elite gameplay, I think. And you know, I do recommend you to check this game out, but I'd say play Sniper Elite 5 first, and really get that experience of this new addition they've added to the Sniper Elite engine, and then come to Sniper Elite Resistance and Harry Hawker, and be very, very excited for what Atomfall will bring us in a couple short weeks' time. Right, as I'm about to die, this is probably a good time to finish this video, to think and say, you know, what do you think? What are you looking forward to from Atomfall? Are you looking forward to it coming out? And do you enjoy Sniper Elite? And do you enjoy Sniper Elite Resistance? Or maybe do you like Sniper Elite 5 better? Anyway, that's enough from me. And of course, I'll see you again soon.